Obviously in business, you've got to think about the financial model. I had an experience this morning, I wanted to share it with you. I think there's good value in it. Every couple of days I get a mail into me, either on Facebook, Instagram, or just a general email, and it's from somebody, whether they're in business or how they've built their own business, just looking for a chat. I don't know them from Adam, but I think it's so interesting to meet. It's weird what you pick up, but one of the things today I thought was interesting and I wanted to share it with you. In short, two people came in, they've built up an app. One guy quit his job, he was making a fortune to build this app. The other guy has been working part-time and pumping money into it. They also raised a bit of cash. Now, the idea, I really didn't think too much of it. It was an event listing app. There's loads of them. Lots of those apps have really, really struggled. And there wasn't a really well thought out financial model. I didn't see how it was going to make any money. Which is funny because they've invested tens of thousands of euro, not to mention the time, not to mention the opportunity cost of all that. And it got me thinking of something that I'm seeing a lot of, and it's something I wanted to share because hopefully when it's seen and when it's clear, perhaps we might pull back a bit if it comes up for them. It's that so many young people rush into businesses without having really thought them out. It's like they're so keen to start their own businesses. They have to have their own businesses, that they get overexcited and that they rush themselves bang into the middle of it. And it's only once they're in the middle of it, once they've committed money, once they've told everybody what they're doing, once they've maybe even raised some money off friends and family, that they actually start to think, holy shit, how's this going to pay its way? How am I going to actually turn this into a revenue generating machine? How's this going to justify the work that I'm putting in? That is so simple, but in so many cases, it's just not thought out. And like as I said, I get one of these emails every couple of days. I meet a couple of people every week. At least once a month, I meet with somebody where after they've talked about the idea, talked about the business, and we kind of review the financial model of the business. There's almost like a nervousness that sets into the room where the kind of guys or whoever's in front of me just feels a little bit like, yeah, actually I get where you're coming from, which is mad to think that people would only come to that conclusion a year, 2 years down the line, as I said, with all that opportunity cost and that revenue in. So I just wanted to shout it out. Like, if you have an idea, it's not about jumping in and getting banging started. It's about actually looking at that idea and bashing it back and forth, talking it out with people. This weird mentality that people have where if they have an idea, they don't want to share it with anybody. They think it's like a race to get it up and going because somebody might steal the idea. It's silly. Because look, nobody will ever create the business that you have. Well, again, I have that saying, no one can be a better you than you. I feel that's true in business. And I feel people will copy you, but they won't create the business for how you intended, how you wanted. So when it comes to people with their ideas or people jumping into businesses, I just don't understand the rush. I strongly say, look, take a bit of time. When you've got an idea, talk to people about it, bash it back and forth, look at it on a number of options, but most importantly, look at it in terms of how it's going to justify whatever you put in. How is it going to make a return for you? How is it going to profit? How is it going to scale up and grow? The most simple thing, but it's missed for so many people. And I just really wanted to urge that because look, after this meeting, I got an email and they really appreciated it. And hopefully that advice can be shared out and some people, before they get stuck in and before they spend all the money and take up all the time, can take that on board and grow from there. So yeah, it's something, and probably you can see I'm a little bit frustrated because I've had the talks a few times before and I just can't understand it. Well, I don't think it's actually too fair for me to say I can't understand it because I've done the same thing myself. I did it with College Times, and I think there's a video reminiscing on College Times where I kind of allude to that, where I jumped straight in because I was so excited with it, but didn't really think too much about the financial model. And I don't want to say I regretted it, but geez, things would have been different had I. So yeah, advice I wish I heard myself, and it's certainly advice that when I'm talking with people they really, really appreciate, so I wanted to share it with yourselves. Anyway, let me know what you think. If I'm wrong, by all means say it, but I think there's some real truth there. Thank you very much.